All right, so we have a unboxing, not a Kickstarter unboxing, but this is actually going to be the unboxing of the Wingspan nesting box. Probably seen a lot of these videos, but I'm going to do one where I'm going to do an unboxing and I'll do a reboxing and everything. So let's go ahead and pop this open. So I've been waiting on this one a little bit. I guess I can't really complain too much. I mean, I ordered it on November 2nd, I think, when the pre-orders opened. So let's take a look at what is inside of the nesting box. All right. Well, as you can see, let's turn this around real quick. I am number 8,087 out of 10,000. And if I remember right, I think these were already, they got to wait till the second shipping because they sold out so quickly. So let's go ahead and pop these out real quick. I do appreciate it being, I think I got a little bit of box damage there, but I don't think it's anything too crazy. Looks like right here on the corner. So let's go ahead and pop this baby out. All right. Move some of this cardboard out of the way real quick. All right. So here we have it. The nesting box. I have a little bit of box damage there on the corner, which is kind of surprising given how much protection they put on it, and it didn't look like it had any defects on the actual shipping box itself. So let's go ahead and take the saran wrap off and see what we got inside. All right, so I went ahead and took the saran wrap off. Real quick, I'm just going to ask in case anybody does watch this. If you can see it, very small, right? A little box damage there on the corner. If you were someone that ordered this and you had that amount of box damage, I wouldn't say that's a lot. It's pretty minor-ish. But would you, just out of curiosity, would you ask to have a whole new box? Let me know in the comments. I am very curious as to people's opinion about that kind of stuff. So inside this, when they did this pre-order, the new Wingspan Asia expansion comes in the nesting box. So here we're going to have the new rulebook and everything. So if you're not familiar with Wingspan Asia, it is a standalone two-player game, but it also allows you to play Wingspan, I believe, up to 7 players. I'm not sure why you would ever want to do that, but hey, if people want to buy it, why not make it, I guess. All right, you got the Atoma rules, the appendix as well. Here you're going to have some punch boards, as you can see, more food. This board, which I'm pretty excited to try out. This kind of replaces the goals, if I remember right. All right. Then you're going to have these here. Player A, Player B. I'm guessing this is like a little guide to help new players. Yep, it actually says it right there. Guide for new players. All right, you're going to have the more player boards there. Looks like you get another birdhouse because I believe there's 2 different birdhouses if you play with like the 7 or 8. So this might be nice because I think my birdhouse is actually getting a little worn out. So, all right, let's see what we got here. Looks like we have, oh, it's possible to know. We got some more dice. Some more dice. All right. These are some nifty little bags. I've not seen those before. Let's see what's in here. We have the yin yang symbols and some cubes. There's that. I'm going to guess this is the black side of the yin yang. And more cubes. So there you go. More yin yangs. That goes with that board, if I remember right, that board map thing. Obviously, these pop out pretty easily. They're literally falling right out. So if you want to know if they punch easy, the answer is yes. I'm gonna guess these are dividers for cards. That would be my guess. So it looks like maybe a little insight here as to future Wingspan, because we have Africa, we have Antarctica, Latin America. Those would be pretty cool. So we know some different ones potentially maybe in the making for the game. That's exciting. New score sheet here. You have your fancy birds. So we'll get to that in a second. It looks like some new colored eggs. You got these deep red / maroon. I don't know what you want to call that color. And yeah. So let's go ahead. I'm not going to worry about the, well, maybe I will. Why not? Let's start with the birds first. I know that's the thing everybody's probably more interested in. Are going to be the birds. I have no knowledge whatsoever about Asian birds. So we have what looks to me like a peacock, Indian vulture, large-billed crow. I'll go through these relatively quickly. We have the new, I believe this is the new blue abilities that we have, which are round N. I could be wrong. It has been a while since I have played Wingspan. And round, I do have these. I'm curious with these little red. Maybe those are for beginner cards or something. So we'll see. Yeah. So some new birds. Ooh, I like that one. The rose-ringed parakeet. Front runner for my favorite so far. We'll see. Actually, yeah, it's just the normal. I shouldn't say normal. Beautiful art that we come accustomed to when it comes to Wingspan. Ooh, I like that one. Look at that. It's a sweet looking bird. All right. Yeah, I mean, I can't complain with more birds to play with. I mean, at this point, we probably have a few hundred, right? So we have, this is now what, the third expansion. So we've got some more birds here as well. Go through them really quickly. That way you can see them. If you want to pause and look more closely, go for it. Oh man. At first, that looked like a kookaburra, but I was like, I don't think that's an Asian bird. So, but that still looks cool. It looks like a pretty bird. Pretty bird. Pretty bird. Any Dumb and Dumber fans out there would get that reference. Probably ages me as well. So yeah, really a lot of colorful birds in this one. So I like that. So those are the new birds you're going to have. Here are going to be the Atoma cards, as well as the new gold cards, I believe, that are going to be in here. So we'll see. So there's your Atoma cards. And then we have the actual goals here. Curious about the new goals and more Atoma. All right, I'm not going to get too crazy into all of those. Set those off to the side. And let's go ahead and take a look at the big box now. And I feel like I've been getting a lot of big boxes between this and Everdell. So we're going to take this tray here off. And inside, we are going to have our trays. So now we have this. I feel like this is a lot deeper than the one from Europe or from the base game. It looks like it's about double the size. So you're going to have your new card tray there. Some nice little, I'll just call them game trays. They're obviously Stonemeyer's version, but nice removable trays, which is going to help with setup, which is always nice. Probably for the different eggs and food. So you're going to have all of those. And then you're going to have your little insert here. It's going to hold, I'm guessing, all of your cards and stuff. Bird feeders. Then we got this one, which I believe, I do like that it has art inside the box. That's really nice. We'll see if I need that or if I should just take it out. We'll see how it looks. Yeah, and then you got the little birds in there. So I'm going to go ahead and do I'm going to rebox everything. I have all the other expansions that are out so far, so I will do a reboxing for you just to show how it all fits back in the box. All right, so hang with me, and I'll be back as soon as I'm done doing that. All right, so we are back with the Wingspan nesting box reboxing. So here, we're going to go through and I'll show you how everything gets put back in. I have everything in here from the European, Oceania base game, and the new Asia expansion. So let's go ahead and take a look, and I have some questions, and maybe you can answer in the comments. Maybe I just don't know, but let's see what we got here. All right, so take the lid off, and what is nice, you know, Stonemaier, as usual, puts a nice little layout here to show you how to organize the game. However, I do have some issues with this, as we'll get to in a little bit. All right, so if you look here, and we'll start off real quick, what I have here is not the exact same that is here on the lid of the box. Okay, and the reason that is because, one, I haven't put together this. I didn't put together this second tower that was a part of the new expansion. But then you also have this board and these new boards that come in the Asian expansion that are just not listed anywhere in the organizer for this. So there's nowhere on here that tells you where any of the Asian components, Asia expansion components, go. So I know this is supposed to hold everything. This is the big box for Wingspan, but it is a little intriguing, maybe. I don't know if Jamie has addressed this, but I'll be curious as to where future expansion content is supposed to go, especially if we're going to be adding boards and stuff to them. But I do have everything in here from all the other expansions. I haven't replaced anything permanently, but I did think it was interesting that there wasn't any imagery to show where the new expansion materials go. So any of these new boards. So for right now, I have just put them there. I have all the score sheets there as well. But that was something that I thought was really interesting, and as we're going to see a little later as well. All right, so then we're going to have your bird feeder here. Your Atoma cards are going to be down here, as well as your gold cards. Oh, and by the way, as I was going through, I was like, oh, maybe this is a new color ability. No, the Asia expansion does not include a new color ability. I was wrong. Just wanted to throw that out there because I'm sure I might hear it in the comments. Anyway, so you're going to have your new card holder here. I have just the Asia cards in here for now because you have all these dividers for all of the different expansions, I'm assuming, even the future ones. However, you're going to be putting all three of your card holders in here that also hold cards. So as of right now, most of my cards, other than Oceania, are going to be in their actual holder. So I have the base games in the base holder, the European in the European holder, and I put the Asian ones in here. Oceania didn't come with a box, so I just stuck it over there. So maybe I'm doing that wrong, but again, it doesn't tell me exactly. The lid just says, hey, you put your cards here and you put your cards in this tray, but it doesn't say which cards. So why wouldn't you put your cards in these? I don't know. Just something to think about. Maybe I have it completely wrong, but I have questions about this insert. You're going to have all your eggs and your food here. You have 3 of these trays. However, I don't have enough to justify pulling out 3 trays. I guess you need 3 trays, possibly if you're playing with 6 or 7 players. I am never going to do that, so I am just going to use 2 trays, and who knows, maybe I'll need that 3rd tray for future expansions with different eggs. We'll see what happens. And I'm curious, those of you who are getting the expansion, do you plan to play with 6 or 7 players? I'm just curious. I want to see how that's going to go. I want to hear from somebody who actually does that, because I will never plan on doing that. All right. And then over here, you're going to have your dice. So you have your new dice from the Oceania, and you're going to have your original dice with your start player, as well as all the player pieces. Now, there were 2 extra spaces there for Asia for the white and the black. However, the yin-yang pieces do not fit in there. So if you're going to be playing just the duet, with the little map that we saw earlier with this, you're not going to be able to fit the yin yang pieces in there. And if you know me, I keep the little cubes in bags. That way I don't have to do one of these numbers and pull out one cube at a time. I just will grab the bag and pour them out. Easy peasy. But just so you know, the yin yang pieces will not fit in those wells. So, and again, there's nowhere on here to tell you where those go. So I had to improvise, and I'll show you that a little bit more. So I separated out the little bonus tiles as well, but that is how I have this organized. Okay, for right now, I have these extra dice that came with the Asia expansion because it is a standalone game. So there's nowhere to put a third set of dice, and maybe I just don't need them. And so maybe I will throw those in like a component bin later. Again, you have these components from the new expansion that has nowhere to go. So I've just thrown them in a compartment as of right now because, again, not listed. Okay, so I will put this back in here. And then here is your bottom tray, and this is where I put the yin yangs. I just used the Stonemaier holders that they gave you. The cover shows 8 of them. I don't think you're actually going to be able to hold 8 of them. I could just barely fit 6. Going widthwise, it's a little tight. But I just went ahead and I put the original base card games in here, or the base game cards in here, and the European expansion cards in the purple one. So just because, I don't know, maybe I should have kept all the cards together. It's a little chaotic as to how maybe I should or shouldn't organize these cards, because eventually they'll probably be all together. Anyway, so that is essentially what the reboxing is going to look like. I am curious, since there isn't really anything listed for the Asia expansion that's listed on the organizer and how everything is supposed to go together. I am curious, like, okay, we have a second tower. Maybe some people want a second tower if they do play a 6 or 7 player game. And where would you store that at if you want to have 2 towers? I don't know how that all works, and I'm never going to go and look that up. So I'm just curious. It'll be interesting to see. But that is going to be the unboxing and reboxing for Wingspan, the nesting box. Let me know what you think. I asked quite a few questions. I'm really curious to see if I get any answers in the comments, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Thanks for watching.